I'm Gladys Simon. I'm the Comedy Godmother.
Back, take one, take two, take one. Take three.
And who are you?
I am Zach Donovich, aka Zach Bradley, aka Zach Braktovich, aka Quicksilver. A lot of names, haven't settled on one yet. The Comedy Godmother. Well, she gave me a lot of advice about my material, or rather I asked her for advice about my material and she's like, lose some weight, get a better shirt, your face is ugly. You know, a lot of stuff that I can just fix with, surgery and just like get more talented. You don't have a lot of talent.
I know what to do. Well, I wanna be with you.
So, Zach Braktovich, Donovich, I don't know which, Brad, you finally picked on one name, right? What made you decide on that name?
Donovich, it kept my Yugoslavian heritage and it's easier to spell so people can find my website and all my awesome videos.
Oh, all right, okay. Because once I introduced you as Zach Galifianakis, I got very confused.
Yes, not the first time. I was actually booked at the Improv by accident as Galifianakis and they were very surprised when he did not show up, so.
And you did?
I did, yeah. They gave me a 5-minute guest spot at the Chicago Improv.
That's good. Now, I watched I've known you for 4 years, and when I first met you, I thought you were 35, and you were only 25, and you ran my Chicago room and then told me you wanted to come right back to New York and be a comedian, and you've been working on it, and I think you're amazing. You've gotten 100% better from where you started.
And Chili's is a nice place. So I'm talking to my dad later, he said, son, are you still dating that girl? Well, yeah, Dad, but we're probably going to break up. She does a lot of heroin. Well, how much is a lot? I feel like any heroin is a lot of heroin. Well, son, is she attractive? For a heroin addict, she's got all her teeth, Well, son, you're not an attractive man. You should take what you can get. There is some credence to what my dad said, though. As a comedian, you go out and you do a lot of different auditions. I've been cast in some shows based on my look. I don't know if you've seen any of them. You guys familiar with Law & Order SVU? Yeah, a couple people. Not that show, but I'm a rapist in most shows. On my headshot alone. They see a picture of me, they're like, nailed it, stop the auditions. I told my wife that. I was like, babe, I got cast as a rapist again. And she's like, I could see that. Like, seriously? You married a guy who looks like a rapist? And she's like, I didn't marry you for your looks.
So in that bit, the heroin bit that says, what is it, that bit the father saying to you?
You're not that attractive.
Right. I would have changed it to the father. You're talking about the woman, I would say to have the father said, who the hell are you? Get who you have, get anybody. That feeling is, I would have more feeling in that. But I like that you stayed on one topic, and I think, I'm not going to say the shirt, but I didn't like the shirt, the color that much, because it fades you out. I like it darker, a little stronger. And also, you see a little breast, they were.
Well, thank you very much, Comedy Godmother.
Thank you. I will see you again.
What do you think of your makeup job? You're looking good.
All I can see are her tits.
Don't get her started on tits, all right?
So I guess the big news about me is that I have a girlfriend, and English isn't her first language, so I don't always hear the first part of her sentences. Like, for instance, I was in my computer yesterday, and I just heard the last part of her conversation. It was like, hey, baby, just the two of us for the weekend in Vermont, no cell phones. I interrupted her. I was like, oh, my God, I had the exact same nightmare. And like I find myself just lying to her also about just everyday things. Like yesterday she called me. She was like, "Hey babe, where are you at?" I was at Burger King, but I was like, "McDonald's." McDonald's. And then she's like, "Okay, well, you know, I'll see you when you get home. I love you." And I was like, "I love you too." You know, I think one of my favorite words to use with my girlfriend, one of my favorite words.
I don't know what to say. Well, I guess it's another day.
Callaway, Crain. I feel you. I've known you so long, so long.
Totally. We have known each other so long. You know what? I feel like we've
Finish
known
each other's. No, fuck it.
We gotta start that over.
Callaway, Crain. I feel I have known you so long.
Totally. We've known each other a long time. You know what? Like I feel like we've known each other so long. It's almost like we finish each other's.
I think you should talk about this. That's how you've spent your whole life in a submarine. Weren't you in the Army?
Never.
Submarine is not Army. Oh, I'm very confused. So you were in the what? Marine? What?
I was in the Navy.
Oh, the Navy. It's all the same thing, right?
Yeah, same as the Army, I guess.
How long were you in the Navy?
I guess like 7 years. But you know, I mean, I'm just wondering about as far as like comedy advice. Like, do you think it'd be funnier if I talked more about like 9/11?
I don't think that would be so funny.
What about 7/11?
No, I don't think that would be funny.
Black people.
No.
You know, maybe if I talked about the Holocaust a little more.
I would like you to talk about your life in Arizona. Is that where you're from? Oh, no.
I'm from Arkansas.
I get very confused. I'm very confused.
Me and the Comedy Godmother, we hang out at bodegas, delis, the subway. We do yoga together. By we do yoga together, I mean she steals stuff from the gift shops at yoga studios.
So I keep running into your old girlfriends, you know, and they all love you, and they say to me, "Oh, okay, no, I'm the Comedy Godmother," and they think that I can, because I have such power.
But not, how are they doing? Like, are they doing all right? Are they asking about me?
They know that you will not make a commitment, and if I could only get you, and they feel as the Comedy Godmother, I can talk to you about them, and maybe you'll make a commitment. The Comedy Godmother is ordering you to get married.
Thank you, Comedy Godmother. I will take this advice.
Get married. It'll help you.
I will.
No, you won't.
I will.
You won't.
I said I will.
I know you. I won't. I mean, you will.
You just said I won't.
They say women aren't funny, and I think that that's true. I think a lot of women aren't funny, right? But I don't think it's like some necessary truth about the world that no woman has never been funny ever. I just think that it's like women, we don't have to be funny to get laid. Like guys like have to have this whole production, right? You have to like have money or have a big penis or like be funny. Women, we don't have to do any of those things. Sometimes guys will say to me, "I like a girl with big tits." It's like, no, you don't. All I have to do is show up. I could not be funny ever, and I could still get laid. Gonna train my dog to find drugs. Sometimes I lose mine. Sometimes Manuel, who works at the bodega down from my apartment, is visiting his sick abuela in the Dominican Republic. I don't have anyone to buy drugs from. It would be nice if I could have my dog just go find the pot, just preferably like some sort of sativa strand. I could take a hybrid. It's called a idea. It's an idea that you have when you're high.
Amanda Holstein. I just love saying the name Amanda. It is such a good name. And a Holstein, I thought, a Jew. Are you a Jew?
Not a Jew. Everybody asks me that. And actually, I spell my last name in the Jewish way just because my last name is actually spelled I-E-N. But everybody messes it up. They always spell it E-I-N, so I just go with it. But people ask me if I'm Jewish. Clearly, I don't look Jewish.
Well, your nose is a little Jewish. It's
The
pretty-
nose, I think that probably does come from the Holstein side.
Are you a wasp or what? You know.
I'm not, white, Anglo-Saxon, Protestant.
That's a wasp.
Yeah, I guess I'm a wasp.
That's
yeah.
a wasp.
Yeah.
A wasp.
I guess
Yeah.
from...
I like your stuff. I think you're totally original. And I saw you said, what kind of dog do you have?
He is I guess like a Cocker Spaniel. He looks like a Cocker Spaniel. They said he was a cockapoo when I got him. So he only has one eye, which is like a thing. Makes people feel like really bad for him. Makes me feel really good. So I guess I could work that into some material.
Yeah,
so.
no, you're unique in your presence. I think you have to tighten some of it. I think some of the words you can go right into it. I don't know if you did it, because I can't remember whether you do. I said, he said, you can just go right into the voices and make it smaller. But I saw you think you did stick to one topic. So I got a feeling a little bit about you, but I guess I want to know a little bit about your background. I know you.
Gladys as the Comedy Godmother definitely is a therapist. And I guess $14, really, actually $14 a session is really not that bad.
My ex-husband, he keeps calling me to tell me that I am no longer on his insurance plan because he is getting married. I'm getting married. He goes, she's gorgeous. She's a 10. A 10. He goes, tell me the truth. When we were married, what did you think I was? I said, do you know fractions?
One day I'll try, the other day I'll die in a hospital bed. Makes me wonder, what's in your head? What you gonna do to me? What you gonna do to me? What you gonna do to go through to you? What you gonna do to me? What you gonna do to me?
It was a cold, brutal night at Hamburger Harry's restaurant. And I went there, and I paid my $10 back then. I paid my $10 to get my 10 minutes. And the only person that was nice to me was the Comedy Godmother. She's not like, your act sucks. She was like, your act's not that bad. Just slow down. Talk more deliberately. Try to get a haircut. Try to lose 80 pounds. Try to talk less about drugs and sex, and perhaps you'll get somewhere someday. So this is why I am friends with the Comedy Godmother.
The only thing is,
I love Portlandia these days. That's it. Cut. Okay, it's a company move to the Comedy Godmother because the sun is in the right
all right,
place.
let's do it.
Okay. All right, thank you.
I don't think she's allowed to know for it.
We flip.
Something and then we're done. Come on, a little something.
A little something, something?